to give the chicken a slightly more herbal taste to it, I'm using a pack of herbal chicken soup herbs. We've got tong quai. This is gam chou, is it?
This is yuk chok.
Yuk chok. Okay, I do not know what's in English, but you know, you can get these stuff very conveniently in any supermarket. Look for the pack to make herbal chicken soup. You'll find all of this stuff. So what I want to do is stuff all this in the cavity, yeah? What's going to happen later on is the chicken will release its juices. So you'd actually have quite a bit of juice. And when we have all these herbs, the juice of the chicken will then be infused with the herbs and will give it a really, really nice flavor. Ginger, shove it in. So inside I've got ginger, I've got spring onion, and I've got the Chinese herbs. Now, that's done. Now, I need parchment paper.
The pure Chinese dish.
Well, yeah, this is Hakka sort of a dish. Yeah? Alright, I'm gonna stuff the feet back in. Okay. What we're doing, I'm turning this upside down, so I'm really locking everything inside. Yes, exactly. Fantastic, this is what we want. Okay, nice and tight. Now, I'm grabbing my salt. Now this salt is nice and dry. So what we're gonna do, now this is a huge clay pot, so this is where all the baking is gonna happen. What we wanna do, take some of this salt.
Salt and water.
Yes, we're gonna create a base. Now we've got the base. You know what? If you do not have an oven to dry out the salt, don't worry. You can find an old wok that you have.
Do it on the
Like, yeah, one of your, you know, antique woks. Just fry up the salt. Yeah, continue to fry until it's nice and dry. Okay, now we've got our base. Chicken goes in. Right, so now we've got the chicken in. What we want to do is simply
fill up the salt.
Fill up the salt, yeah.
You actually need lots of salt.
A lot of salt. But you know what? Rock salt is quite cheap anyway.
It's at least how many kilos of salt? 3, 4?
It depends on the size of the pot, you see, and also the size of the chicken. I have here about 10 packets of salt with 250 grams each.
Wow, that's 2.5 kilos.
So about 2.5 kilos.
So the pot must be fully covered by salt, right?
Not to say 100% covered, because it's supposed to be baking in the salt, right?
You think the salt will be able to penetrate into the paper?
The salt is not going to penetrate through the paper, but don't forget you've already seasoned the chicken, remember? So that way, the chicken will be nice and salty.
If all the flavor of salt were to go in...
Oh, that would be a disaster. That's why we actually wrap up the chicken.
Yeah. Actually, there is time also Daddy is looking for a more basic, simpler food, you know. So there's one Hakka restaurant once in a while that we will go probably once a month.
Yeah.
In town, yes.
So this is one of those dishes that families normally will buy from outside. You know, famous town like Ipoh is famous for the salt-baked chicken. So you know what? You can try and experiment your own version at home. All we do now, we want the flame to be a medium heat, and that will slowly bake the chicken. We want to do this low and slow so that the meat becomes really nice and tender.
Actually, the Chinese name for this dish is Yin Kok Kai, right?
Oh, yes, Yin Kok Kai.
Talk about Yin Kok Kai, everyone knows, I think.
But anyway, this is one of those ways how you can do it at home. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. I'm going to put the chicken aside, clear up the kitchen a little bit. When we come back, Mom's going to show you how to make a succulent, sweet, sticky, barbecue-y chicken char siu.
Yes, stay tuned.
Hi, guys, welcome back to Family Kitchen. My name is Shersen, and this is...
And hi.
First off, we already got our chicken baking away. We're doing Hakka-style salt-baked chicken. My mom's going to do now...
my chicken char siu. Mine is a little bit different because it's herbal.
Although char siu is made out of pork, but because we don't cook pork in our home, so we'll be using chicken for this recipe.
The key to making char siu taste great is the marinade of your meat. First of all, we are going to do the marination. We're going to boil this water here. Once boiled, we can dump in the 2 herbs. This is licorice, a herb that's very known among the Chinese, very common.
Okay, Mom, water is boiling away.
dump this in.
You dump it in.
And the cinnamon. Let's dump it in.
Okay.
Okay, we just boil it for the flavor to deliver.
Oh, I can smell it. The sweet aromas from the licorice and also the cinnamon. Nice.
We can pour it out. Leave it just for it to cool down a bit and to release the flavor.
What's this one that we'll be putting in? What's this here and what's this
soya
here?
sauce, and this is Chinese wine. Now we are going to put them in.
Rice wine, soy sauce.
Give it a stir. You must make sure that this chicken is really pat dry. When it's dry, it can really absorb the marinations.
Oh, we're going to do some more cutting?
Help me to make some slit.
Some slits
that,
where?
the vein, so that the chicken won't shrink when you fry them.
So how you want me to do it?
This is the vein.
All right,
Cut
just simple slits. And this is for what, yeah?
so that when you fry them, it won't shrink, you know. We're going to put oil. The pan is hot now. Now we're going to put it in the pan as the oil is hot. The skin side down.
Ooh, nice. You still need the sauce? The marinade?
Yes, don't throw away. The skin is nicely brown.
Nice and brown. That
Yeah,
looks
so we
good.
will turn them.
Well, I'm supposed to do a garnish for you, right?
Yeah.
And traditionally, what they would serve chassis with is cucumber, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Going to lift them up. Leave the oil and the juice behind, and now I'm going to pour in marination.
So this is sort of like, come, let me help you. This is sort of like a deglaze of the pan, right?
Okay, we're going to put in again.
Very nice.
If you like it to be very sweet, you can put your sugar at this point of time.
So that I just flip it around so the chicken absorbs all that wonderful glaze, yeah?
Actually, if you want to really look like char siu, you can put your red color in. But anything at home, done at home, I don't think it's necessary.
So what do I do? Just flip it around a bit more?
Glaze it with the sugar. I think we are almost there.
Yeah, that's what we want, yeah? The char, that... But
Yeah.
Daddy wouldn't be too happy with this, huh?
It's a once a while thing, you know.
Okay, we turn it off.
Okay. See, it's very simple, quick,
Ooh la la.
and easy. We are done now with our herbal chicken char siu.
That's good.
This is my version of char siu. Instead of the normal char siu, marinated with light soya sauce, oyster sauce, the 5-spice powder, pepper, dark sauce. So I do a herbal version. I hope you will like it and try it at home.
I don't know about you guys, but...
Do I get a thumbs up or not?
You get a high five. This is so good, guys. And you know what? The best part about it, it's not just so good, it's also so simple. Couple of slices of tomatoes, right here. Bit of radish.
Thank you, my son.
For what, Mom?
I know you have the style for garnishing, you see.
I'm just fooling around.
Who is the one that like char siu the most at home?
Who is the one that like char siu the most at home? Must be Dad lah,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I think practically, yeah. That,
We all love char siu lah, actually. What are you talking about, Mom?
Yeah.
You know, every time I go to eat char siu rice, I will always ask for, in Chinese we call it char siu tao.
Ga liu.
Da liu. Char siu tao means I want that burnt areas of the char siu because that's where all the sugars are caramelized and it's nice and rich, a bit bitter yet sweet. It's like, my God, it's so good.
So this is my chicken char siu. We'll be right back for our next dish, my sweet walnut soup.
Hi, wait.